Hey guys, welcome back. We are here at the Toronto International Film Festival and we saw some absolutely fantastic films today. I'm here with my friend Matt.
Hey everybody.
Hey! And there's one in particular we want to talk about because we saw it together and we had a absolutely enlightening time, I would say.
Very powerful film.
We had the pleasure of attending the North American premiere of Masha Shalinsky's newest film, which is called Sound of Falling. And this was easily one of our favorite films of the festival, if not all of the festival, and maybe even one of our favorite films of the year.
Absolutely the kind of movie that's left you thinking so much. We just sat in silence for a few minutes after the credits even ended.
We needed to have a debrief after this premiere because this film was so quietly but also loudly powerful at the same time.
As a film goes, it's really something that just it hit you on every level. You felt so many things. You felt joy, and it could be funny, but it's also something that could be extremely powerful and just very you could feel the act of dread.
Definitely. So to give some background on what this film is, I don't want to spoil it because I've seen a lot of people say they don't even quite understand what the film was about, which we both agreed was interesting. To give an overview of what this film is, being as sparse as possible, this is a film about four generations of women that live and specifically grow up in one single farmhouse located in Germany.
And this takes place throughout the 20th century as we explore through really a mishmash of timelines. You see how these women grow up, how they live with their families.
One of the things that was most powerful to me was seeing which decade and which generation that these women did grow up in went on to influence how the rest of their lives would look.
Kind of talking about a little earlier point, as a person, I do not identify as a woman. I never identified as a girl, but there's so many elements of this movie that I wasn't able to would not never be able to understand. But I feel like it was very very blatant in its messaging. Really talking about girlhood in every single element. It was just very poignant, and it's a kind of movie that after I really thought and felt it, I was like, man, I really wish I could go back in time and give my mom, my grandma a hug, as they were growing up.
I love that you said that and that was your experience with the film. I think even if you didn't grow up as a girl, this film, I compared it to maybe for Matt, the way that I felt watching Moonlight for the first time, where I couldn't identify with every single element. However, I felt so deeply. It is such a good entry point, broadening your horizons of how other people live and how other people grow up and what their experiences look like.
It's the hallmark of a good piece of art. You see something from another person's perspective and really, really feeling it, just creating that empathy.
Definitely. We need to talk about Masha Shalinsky's directing for a minute because this film transfixed me, hypnotized me, possessed me, whatever you want to say, from essentially the first shot, and it just continued for the entire runtime of the film.
Every element of it, just the vibe, music, just the sound construction was so amazing. You really felt every emotion that character was feeling at a time.
This sound design for me was on par with the sound design of The Zone of Interest, and if you know anything about that film, you know that is very high praise in terms of what its sound department is putting out at such a high level. This film is absolutely its own creation, and I've never seen girlhood in its entirety and its complexity and the joys and the horrors and the exhilaration and the anguish that girlhood can be encapsulated so beautifully in one singular film.
Truly a special film. Really enjoyed my conversations I had with you, Rebecca, about it.
Thank you.
And I'm really excited to see how this movie does, especially as more people see it, and especially as award season starts coming up on us.
So there is a little bit of After Sun in this film. There is a lot of the virgin suicides in this film. There's a little bit of Russian arc in terms of how we move seamlessly throughout time and place. I definitely think that this is absolutely a awards contender. I was giving out the Oscars personally. Masha Shalinsky for Best Director would be my number one pick at the moment. But definitely look out for this at International Feature. I think it is almost guaranteed a nomination for Germany. This is absolutely a film that you are going to want to have conversations with. It is a film that's going to make you want to call your mother or have a conversation with maybe 9-year-old you if you really resonate with a lot of these experiences.
It's a deep film that makes you feel a lot, and I gave it 5 out of 5 on my Letterboxd. It's something that I would definitely need to prepare, to watch again, but something I'm very looking forward to seeing more discussion about it.
definitely. Go see Sound of Falling with friends, family. If you're very bold, absolutely have conversations about it. So we'll see you more at TIFF.
Cool. Thank you.
Bye.